Hi guys, my name's Annika Jamal and welcome to my channel. So in today's video we are doing a little cook with me because I'm sat here and it's like dinner time and I'm hungry, and sometimes I like to get my cook on, you know, the cooking hatty kind of vibes on. So I've done a few of these on my Instagram story and you guys seem to really like them. So I figured let me do a YouTube video and bring it over to YouTube properly and do like a whole video of what my dinner is going to look like. I am going to be cooking for the whole family, so I'm going to be making quite a big batch of it. What I'm making is spaghetti with sausages and peas, and I'm making the base of the sauce myself. Well, kind of myself. So yeah, without just pouring in some pasta sauce from Tesco. That's the vibe. I have very limited ingredients, so I'm kind of just going in with it. You know, when my sister used to live with me, we used to just pull things out of the cupboard and make these things called bungets, as you guys heard in the wedding speech video. If you haven't seen that, then I'll link it down below. But yeah, we always used to do that, and that's kind of like how I learned to cook. I mean, I'm not a pro chef or anything, but I can put together a meal that tastes good without burning the house down. So those are my skills. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. Hit the like button and share this video with all of your family and friends. Let me know in the comments down below what recipes and things you want to see from me. Let's go and do some cooking. So in the red pan I've put in water to boil, and I have also put in some olive oil and a dash of salt, and that's what I was doing with the pasta. I was mixing that. As you can see, it doesn't fit inside the pan. Personally, I don't like breaking it. I like keeping them long, so if you leave it for a little bit you'll be able to bend them into the pan. The part in the water softens up and you can just push it right in there. Don't use your fingers like I'm doing. I went in with a spoon afterwards, but I would suggest using the spoon initially as well because it's hot. I actually love watching people chop stuff, so here's me doing some chopping. This is all the prep. Cooking is basically just cutting things and prepping it like this. So right now I am chopping up an onion. I did actually end up chopping up another onion as well, so 2 onions, because it literally looks like nothing by the end of it. Especially if you're cooking for your whole family, you want to use multiple onions. Here I just peeled 2 cloves of garlic and crushed them with the side of the blade, and then chopped them up as normal. I don't have a garlic crusher. Obviously if you've got a garlic crusher then it's cool, you can do that, but I don't have one, so this is how I do it. One of my chilies are actually quite fat, so I like to chop it in half beforehand, and then I just kind of chop them up together like so. I like my food with a bit of kick in it, so I do tend to put a little bit of spice. The washing machine is on, so the original sound really does not sound nice, but once it's turned off I will be talking normally. But I'm just chopping the tomatoes in half and then dicing them like so. I like to slice off the ends, slice it in half, and then peel the layer of the rubbish off the halves. I just find it much easier like that. This onion I am chopping up a bit thicker, so the onion is less likely to melt down as quicker than the other ones, if that makes sense. So I've just put the oil on just now. This is pretty much done. Over here, I don't know if you can say this one. This is what I have the pasta in, and right now in here I'm just adding the onions. This is our starting point. In the oven I do have, let me show you, hold on. So in the oven I do have some halal sausages. These are beef or lamb, I can't remember, I will check for you. I put it on top of an aluminium foil, so tin foil. That's because that doesn't burn in the oven, just in case you didn't know. And those are just getting cooked in there. Just stirring the oils. We just want these to go brown. I'll just put them in so they're just going in here. Just coating the onions in the oil that I put in here, it's olive oil. I'm going to put in some cooking salt. Just a little. So now that they're getting brown, I'm just going to add the garlic and the chillies. So from here I'm just adding the garlic and the chillies. I'm going to fry those up too. So in this I'm also going to put in some black pepper, just normal black pepper, I don't know if you can see that, black pepper. Some chili, more chili from this thing. Now it's gotten a bit drier, so we're going to add the tomatoes. And to this, we're going to add half a glass of water as well. So about this much water. We're going to let this simmer and let the tomatoes chill out in here and have a little bath. Okay, so here are the sausages. They're halal, they're from Tesco's. We just oven grilled them. So now I'm just gonna use it with my right hand preferably. So I'm just gonna cut these up. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. They're kind of falling apart, but whatever. And this is me fighting with some sausages for 30 seconds. They were actually very difficult to chop, especially considering I'm using the biggest knife ever, but they were kind of hard to chop up. Yes, we got there in the end. I thought I'd never make it, but we finally got to the last sausage. So to this creation over here, we're gonna add tomato puree, and I'm just gonna, there's not much left in here, I'm just gonna use it all up. Whatever's left in here is gonna go into the pan. It's always good to have tomato puree handy. It's very useful to have around the house. That makes it look much prettier. So this is just tomato ketchup. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of this. So this is original relish, and it is used to put into burgers, but I'm putting it into a pasta dish. This is because I do not believe that I will end up using this properly, and it needs to be finished. But after you open jars, you're supposed to use it within a certain amount of time. So I highly doubt we're ever going to use this again. So I'm just going to pop it into the pasta. I've never done it before, so hopefully it turns out good. I just can't imagine anyone actually using this in my household. I bought it and now I kind of regret buying it. Let's just put a little more. That's enough. I'm just going to put some basil in. I would put some coriander in here, but I don't have any. So basil, dry basil will have to do. And finally, we're going to add in the sausages. To this mixture. Just going to fold these into the mixture so they're all coated in the sauce. I do feel like putting water in here as well. And then I'm going to put 1/4 of a glass of water in here. God only knows if this is going to taste good. I actually have no idea. I don't see why not. That's better. It's lighter, which I like. So this is literally done. There's the peas and the spaghetti is in here. And I'm just going to strain this. Now I'm filling it up with cold water. This just makes it easier to clean later on and putting it to one side. So with some lighting, this is what it looks like right now. And now to this, I'm just going to add the pasta. And bam! In it goes. Now we're going to do the stirry things. And now we're going to just fold that in. Baya, want some sausage pasta? Spaghetti. Huh?
Maybe tomorrow for lunch.
Where are you going? Okay, just gonna plate it up now and then Dad can do a taste test. And voila. I would put some coriander on top, but again, I don't have any. But this is the finished product. We've got sausage, we've got peas, we've got a tomato base in the spaghetti. So let's go and give this to my dad. This pasta is on, spaghetti is on the move. Oh. Okay, Dad. You have to try it.
Okay, can you?
Let's buy it on try for
Mozzo se de attiv লাগে
Jag tror jag try for your sausage this is. Vad sa ni?
মজা আছে, very tasty.
Kita missing. আরো salt লাগেনি।
थोड़ा salt হইলে আরো ভালো।
Okay. Ready to খাইছে?
ঠিক আছে।
Okay. Alright, so here goes nothing. I'm actually so shocked. It tastes good. I'm always so shocked when I cook something and it turns out half decent. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for watching. That pretty much completes this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.